Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Joshua and this is Rooftop. In this workshop, we're going to be making a drawing of the Grinch. So let's begin and see how we go about it. Okay, so I have my book ready over here. Alright, and we'll be drawing it say around this side. Okay, let me make this flat a little bit. Yeah, okay, much better. So I will start off by adding the reference as well. Okay, so we have the reference over here. Let me just adjust this. Okay, so we can see the reference over here. And now along with this drawing, we are also going to be looking at anatomy as well. All right, so hold on. Okay, so now when we look at anatomy, right, we have, so the basic way or the basic adjustments of how we can draw, say, a person or a human. Now if you look at the Grinch, he's got very human-like features. His torso, his legs, his hand, only the head seems to be, of a different creature. So when we look at the human anatomy, we have our rib cage here, just like this. So this is a much more simplified version. All right, and then we have our belly button, and then below this we have our hips, or the hip discs, you could say. And then after that we have our thigh bone, and then our shin and our feet, just like that. And over here we have our shoulders, and then our arm, and the same thing here, just like that. So now using this, we're going to see how we can create this drawing over here. All right, so now if you look at the reference, we can see that he's very slouched over, he's being a little bit sneaky as well. So for that, what I'm going to do is okay, all right, so what I'm going to do is, if you look at the body, right, we can think of it as a bean bag. So what I mean by bean bag is, now if I draw a bean, for example, say like this looks like a bean. But now what if I use this bean and I think of it as the torso of the body? So over here I can have the head, here I'll have the arm, and then here I can have the leg. So now let's imagine someone sitting. So over here we'll have the head placed over there. So I'll just draw a little bit of the facial features, so in case some of you are confused as to what this is, you can get a little bit of understanding. So here we have the head. Of course, this is a very rough drawing, but as long as the point is being understood. Okay, this is the head, and then over here we can have, say, the thigh, just like this, and then maybe the calf also could come down like that, and then over here we can have the arm as well. Just like this. So that way we can use the shape of a bean to then draw the body. So now we're going to do the same thing for the Grinch that we're drawing. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at how he's placed. So I will start off by drawing the head over here. So I'll start off by drawing a circle for the head, and then over here his eyes would come just like this, like that. Then we have his nose, which is relatively close to his eyes, sort of like that of a cat. I'll just reduce this in size a little bit. Okay, and then over here we can have his mouth and cheeks come in. His eyebrows, and then so I'm just drawing his head very roughly, you could say. Like that. So the mouth also, what I can do is I can bring it a little bit lower, like this. And then here I can have the hat drawn. There you go, just like that. And then his chin. So here I'll just add a few creases. Okay, so now we have the head over there. But now let's look at the body a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'll just change the blend mode. Okay. So now when we look at the body over here, let's look at just the shape of his body. So his torso, meaning from his shoulders to his hips. So his body would be something like this. And then it folds down a little bit over here like that. Let's say something like this, which would be just this part over here. And now I can draw the waist as well. So for the waist, I'll take it all the way from here slightly higher, like that. Then draw this leg down right here. And then from here, I can finish this leg actually. So I'm just very roughly drawing the shape of the leg, like that. So here we have one of his foot, and then from the other side we will have the knee, so the thigh and the knee over here, this area here. Then from here I am going to continue this. So I'm not just simply going to start from here. I'll start from here and then draw the line down. So it needs to be one continuous line. And then the same thing this side. So it will be conical, meaning the lower we reach, the smaller it's going to become. Just like that. And then here he is dragging his foot on the floor. There you go, just like that. Okay, and over here we can have his hand being drawn it looks like he's got 4 fingers only. Just like this. And then right up this side, this will be the shoulder. Which will then come over here. Right about there. And then this side we can have the other hand. Like this. Yeah, there you go. Now it looks like he's really trying to carry and sneak away with the gifts. And then right behind this, we will draw the bag. Just like that. And now we can start adding the other features, like the fur on his belt. Yeah. And then on his legs also, you can add a little bit. Just like that. So now I'm just doing the final touches on, the body that is there. I'm doing the final corrections, you could say. Not the final touches, just the final corrections. Then we can add the other bag here. Just like this. Okay. And then finally the gifts. They're falling inside, so I'll just draw them inwards like this. One over here like that. So we can keep it very subtle. We don't need to draw each and every detail of the gift. Then another one here. Okay. Now I'm going to take my slightly darker pencil. I know it's super tiny, but every time I try to sharpen this, it just kept breaking. So from this size, it came down to this size. Okay. Now I'm going to start darkening it. So over here. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. Nice. So now even the eyebrows, right, I can just thicken this a little bit towards the center. So towards the outside, I'll keep it pretty thin, but towards the center, I'm going to darken it. Same thing this side. Yeah, there you go. And then here as well. Okay. Nice. And then we can do this arm as well. And the same thing here. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. Oh, lovely. Look at that. And then over here, okay. Then I can shade this part inside. Just like this. So we're going to leave the eyes. We're just going to shade everything else. A little bit more over here. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I forgot about this part here, around the eye. Yeah. Then we can shade this part entirely dark. That is the body. And then we're going to leave a little bit lighter for the arms. So that way we can differentiate between the two. Just like that. And then the same thing here. Over here I can darken a bit more. Yeah, nice. Okay, and then we can just go for a simple two-tone shading. So what I mean by that is one tone over here and then a slightly darker tone in the middle, just like that. We won't make it too complicated as well. So I'll start by shading the darkest parts of the bag. Close one. So the darkest ones, or the darkest parts of the bag first. Maybe a little bit darker to get that nice separation. And then the rest would be something like this. Just like that. And then for the gifts as well. For the gifts, we'll make everything just one tone. That much should be more than enough. And there you go. Now we can just add a bit of shadow for on the floor. Over there, and then a little bit on the side, and then we can darken it up wherever it is needed. So over here, if you see, I'm using my entire arm and I move. I'm not just doing this, or I'm not doing this. I'm doing it from my elbow. That is how I am shading. That we'll get much straighter lines like that, and then a little bit in the middle for the feet, and there you go for the other feet. And this is our Grinch drawing that is done. So let me just show it to you once again. Yeah, so there you go. This is our Grinch ring. Yeah, so I showed you a few examples here with anatomy and how we can simplify it down. Then I gave you an example of like the bean structure and how we can create it from there. And using these two, we then created the Grinch drawing. So I hope you enjoyed that workshop, something short and sweet, and I will see you all again tomorrow. So take care and bye-bye.